everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you on how to make the PowerPoint presentation, or we're gonna look at how to get started using Microsoft PowerPoint in the classroom as a teaching tools and how important these tools in using teaching and in learning. And this is basically the beginner's guide to using PowerPoint. So if you've never used PowerPoint, or if you've maybe used it a little bit but been kind of intimidated by it, so this is video for you. Let's get started using PowerPoint.
Okay, so I just go down here and click this to find my Microsoft app. Okay, so here is it. As you can see that this is the PowerPoint 2007. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on it up to open it up. Okay, so now even though this is the PowerPoint 2007, if you have a PowerPoint or a newer version of a PowerPoint, so this video is still good to watch because the basic functionality will still work in any version of PowerPoint you use. Okay, so if you are using the PowerPoint 2016 or older, you're good to go with this tutorial. Okay, now what if you have a future version of a PowerPoint, so that comes up maybe in 2018 or whatever, same thing. So apply this video will be very applicable for you and your version of a PowerPoint. Okay, so I hope you will learn something from this video on how to use the PowerPoint in teaching. So now let's start. Okay, so I could simply click this up. Okay, there we go. So first thing to do is to find the layout. Okay, we talk about the layout. Okay, so there is the title slide, title and content, section header, to content comparison, title only, blank page, content with caption, picture with caption. So you can choose anything you want. So, but it depends on you of what you. And you have terminology that you'll need to familiar or you need to know. So first, we have tabs across the top. Each of these is a tab, and when you click this, it gives you a series of tools on something that they called ribbon. Okay, so I click the home tab. Okay, it gives me the home ribbon and I get a whole bunch of these tools. Now these tools are organized and grouped together. So in groups, so we have a slide group, here's that, the font groups, paragraph group, drawing group, and the editing group. Okay. Okay, so if I click on the design tab, I get themes group, variants group, and a customized group, and so forth. Okay, so it is important to know the terminology. Now, a few of these groups also have a new button called launch button. And the purpose of a launch button is this Microsoft has tried to put all of the options for font. So, for example, here in this group, but there are too many options to fit, they just don't fit in the space available. And so if you click that in a text area and then click on that launch button, it launches additional options that you can use that couldn't fit into such a small space here. And so that's the purpose of the launch button. Okay, so to review, we have tabs. Each tabs gives a ribbon is made up of group. Okay, and some of the groups have the launch button. So that's enough to talk about the layout of a PowerPoint itself. But now let's look at the components of my actual presentation. Okay, so here we have on the screen a slide. This is slide number 1, and this is where I can do editing for this slide on the left. Okay, on the left side, as you can see, here is that. So in the left side of the screen, I have a little thumbnail of the same slide. So this small rectangle represents this larger slide. And to begin creating my PowerPoint, it's as simple as clicking here where it says click to add title. Okay. to add title. So now that sounds like it's talking about tablet, but I am on laptop here, so it's so fun that it says that way in your version of PowerPoint, it probably will just say click to add title. Yeah, so don't be thrown off by that. So I'll just click here and add the title, okay, of my presentation, which is gonna be the digital and non-digital tools. Okay. Okay, so I just typed it right, and then I can click here to add a subtitle. Okay, and this could be my name, or it could be the class that is part of, or it could be something else. Okay, so I'll put here, okay, my name. Okay, Julie and C. Badol. Okay. Okay. So choose it black color. Okay. So basically done now with slide number 1. The downside too is the slide looks kind of plain. Yeah. Okay. It's just a black and white, mostly white, and that just doesn't look that great. So in order to remedy in that situation, I'm just gonna go up here, okay, where it says design, and I click, and there's a bunch of design themes that I can choose from now. Okay, so these themes, it looks like there's 13. Yes, there's 13 of them or more than. Okay, and that gives her many more to choose. So for now, if this still isn't enough, remember that back on the first screen when I opened up PowerPoint, you can search through in line if you want to change your design to be creative. Okay, let's try here to the bottom part. Okay, I click and I can get a slide that's good for. I like simple. Okay, I like this. Okay, so don't you worry if you think that this is not enough themes for you to use in your PowerPoint. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna go with this one here. Okay, but there's so many different nice themes to choose from, so I'm gonna stick with this one called Conquers. So yes, I use this. So I click on its apply to this grid. So now I will create slide. Okay, now so I will create slide number 2. Okay, but how I do that? Well, there's a couple of different ways. First, I could go to the home button. Okay, here is it, and go to the home ribbon, and what Microsoft has done is they are pulled all of the most commonly used and needed features here in the home ribbon. Okay, so when you click home, you are getting the most common features to the best of, and that's used the most and that we find. Now you'll notice a difference between slide number 2 and slide number 1. Okay, so slide number 1, okay, here is it. So slide number 1 is set up to be the title slide of the presentation, and so the text is specifically placed in a different area of the screen to show that this is special. This is the opening slide, the title slide, but I'm gonna go back to the slide number 2. There is it, and you can see it's different. Okay, so I will click to add title. Okay, let's see, I want to focus the. Okay, so let's say I want to put here the objectives of this topic. Okay, objectives can use. Okay, change the size. Remember that in making the PowerPoint presentation, it must be readable to the audience. Okay. Okay, so for example, I will put here, okay, you can use, okay, so you can use here align text. Okay. Student, excuse me, must understand the useful digital tools. Okay. Okay, so this is only an example because I don't have a load because of the internet connection, because of the effect of the backend edit. So, okay. Okay, so here we go. So, for example, this is my second slide. Okay. The objectives is very important
In making PowerPoint presentation during class.
Okay. So, okay. I'm done with the second slide. So, okay. So, okay. I'm done with the second slide. So, okay, but if isn't that nice, you can change your mind at any time in the creation process, and even after you've used the presentation with the class, if you decide now that didn't quite work the way I was hoping, just go and choose a different theme, and if reorders, and it's done very easy. So that's one way to add another slide. You just go to the home tab, home ribbon, slide group, you can click new slide. Where is it? Okay, so now some of these buttons, especially in large buttons, okay, as you can see, so I'll get a new slide, but the button part gives you additional options, so watch for that. So sometimes additional options are pretty exciting. So for example, if I click here, it gives me a generic blank new slide, but okay, so but if I go here, here's it. So if I go here, the button part, kanding apart, so I click and I can get a slide that's good for comparison, section header, picture with caption, content with caption, to content, compare and contrast. So these two items, here is an option to picture with a caption, so watch for that. Okay, so now I want to show you another way to add a new slide to my presentation. So just go here and right click, and loading, sorry for that. Okay, here is it. So choose new slide. Okay, and so for me that's a shortcut. It's easier for me. Okay, now I've got 2 mini slide. Next up, before I go to the third slide, I'm gonna jump up to slide number 2. Here is it, because I wanna add some visual elements to this presentation. Okay, talking about PowerPoint, way too many people use way too many words in their PowerPoint presentation, and that's why PowerPoint gets a bad name. It's not anything that Microsoft or that PowerPoint has done that's wrong. It's the people are using PowerPoint. So you can use PowerPoint effectively. It means to be a visual tool, but if all we do is put text on the slide and especially put lots of text, it drives student crazy and you're missing out on the potential power of PowerPoint. So let's look at how to add some visual elements in addition. Okay. Addition from your computer or from online pictures. Okay. So the themes, the background that's here, well, what I will do to add some visual is click here and click here on insert, and when I do that it gives me a bunch of different things that I can insert this session. Okay, so I can also add some animation, okay, if I want. Where is it? So to go here to do animation, okay, so you can choose the animation here if you want to put some animation of your PowerPoint. So okay, here, but I don't like to use any animation in my PowerPoint because it can give the distraction of the student. Okay, but depends on you. Yeah. Okay, so I will try to animate these words. Just trying. Okay, if I want this. Okay. But I can't insert any picture in my PowerPoint because I don't have internet here. Okay, so let's go back and try to the whole presentation. Okay, and see what it looks like. Okay, so let's go back to the first slide. Okay, so there is my title slide. There is my first content slide, which is the objectives, and then okay. So at this point, you really do know everything you need to know to get started using PowerPoint. So you know how the screen is laid out. You know how to choose the sign theme. You know how to click to add text. And then to the slides. Okay, then you know how to insert image. Here is it. So okay, there's a photo album. We try this. Okay. Okay, I don't have load. Sorry. Okay, so you can insert any pictures from your computers or from online pictures. You know how to add animation to your presentation, and of course, we also learned how to add new slides to a presentation. Okay. So at this point, I could just continue to add content to develop this nice presentation. When I am completely finished, what do I need to do? I need to go here to file, okay, and file tool. So you can also protect your file. You can go here to the file option. Okay, here is it. You can go here to the file options in order to see what you've been working on, or maybe to open a presentation that you've made in the past. So I'm gonna go down and click save. Okay, and I can save to just this computer or this PC. Okay, so as you can see, na-share folders no as I save. So I'm just gonna save to this a PC. So I double click. Yeah, I double click on that, and it and opened up with some options, so I can save it here in documents. Okay. And I'll pull it using digital and non-digital tools. Okay, I will put the file name, digital and non-digital tools in teaching. Okay. Okay, so click the save. Okay. So PowerPoint automatically put the title. So then I click save, and that's now saved to my documents on my computer. So now when I close, okay. So now when I close the PowerPoint, that presentation is already saved. Okay. So I will try to open it again and try my files. Okay. Files Explorer. Okay. Okay, so document, no PC. Okay, documents. Okay, here is that. So as you can see, okay, there's the PowerPoint that I made a while ago. Okay, it seems like loading. Okay. Okay, so this is my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so as I play this, okay.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you will learn something from this video.